Hi, it's Peggy at Headshots by Peggy, and today we're going to talk about variety. Like I'm always saying, having amazing headshots that accurately portray your personality, your character range, and your look is absolutely vital to your marketing strategy. So a variety is obviously very important. But what does variety mean to you? Working with talent, working with people, these are the things that I've come to understand. There are a couple of different groups. There's the group that thinks a variety is simply one or two good headshots, maybe one or two for theatrical and one or two for commercial. And then there's on the other end, the other extreme, there are the people that want every single possible character, every single possible costume. They want a headshot for every single role. Whether they're actually a good fit for that role or not, they want to have it so they can submit. Now, that can not only get expensive, but it can actually harm you. So both extremes could really be detrimental to you, and here's why. If you only have one or two generic type headshots, kind of a generic commercial, kind of a generic theatrical, then it's going to hurt your chances of getting that audition because casting directors may not, you might not pop out to them. So they may overlook you. So it's not going to benefit you. You might not get as many auditions as you would like. But if you're one of those people that want a bazillion, you want a costume, you want every single character type, possible so you can submit to every role that comes available, here's the downside to that. First of all, it's expensive because you're paying your photographer for additional looks. Then if you're uploading them to casting websites, casting profiles, there's a fee for that. But here's where it could really hurt you. If you submit a headshot for a role that you're really not a fit for, you really can't pull that role off. That's not your character type. And you get called in for an audition and you blow the audition, well, the casting director is probably going to think that you're not really good at any role. You know what I mean? So if you came in and you didn't pull off this character, the casting director is probably going to think you're not going to be able to pull off any character. So that's why it's important to take the time and get to know yourself. What character types are you a fit for? What are you good at? And absolutely get a good variety of those. So if you're good at that, if that's your character type, absolutely have a unique, amazing headshot that's going to pop to the casting directors, that's going to really show them that you're a fit for that role, that is a character type that you're great at. But don't just have a bunch of pictures, a bunch of headshots that show that you can play costume or that you can, that your photographer can make you look like a specific role. Make sure that's a role that you're really good for. That's why I give all my clients questionnaires. It's designed to make you sit down and think about what you're a fit for. Now, absolutely 100% push yourself. I think that everybody should grow and everybody should push their limits. 100%. But you know what? If you're going to submit to a role that you're like, I could probably pull that off, but it would be a stretch. Well, submit your generic headshot for that role. If you get called in for an audition, then go in and nail your audition. But don't spend all the extra money on trying to say that this is an absolute fit for you. If you're always a soccer mom, then have a bunch of great soccer mom headshots. If you're always a businesswoman, if you're always a doctor, if you're always the attorney, the badass, whatever it is, then you want to make sure you have those headshots that let them know that you're serious about this character type. This is you. You can do this all day long. But you also need that generic, good-looking theatrical, that generic, good-looking commercial. So that's my advice on variety. You need to find your happy medium and be honest with yourself. Get to know where you're at and use that to your benefit. The roles and the character types that you're an absolute fit for, absolutely have a headshot that portrays that, but also have your generic one in your back pocket. But don't go out and get 30 looks and have them all up on your LA Casting or Casting Frontier. Make sure that you use common sense and that you're honest with yourself. This is actually a role that I know I can do. This is a character type that I can pull off anytime. So be honest with yourself, have fun, get amazing headshots, get auditions, get booked, and most of all, have an amazing week. Thank you guys so much for spending the time watching this. Please make sure you go to my YouTube channel and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the little bell so you get notifications so that you don't miss out on any of my vlogs. Share this, leave me comments, and I'll see you next week.